The Las Vegas Raiders had their first of three big joint practices with the San Francisco 49ers today. Today, and the whole of those joint practices were made smaller by the absence of edge rusher Nick Bosa. However, it's still work against a team that you don't know and doesn't know you. And of course, Bosa is only one player on a talented team, so there's still plenty of good work to get from the other guys on the team. Both teams can also go deeper into their playbooks as there's no film to be gathered from other teams. The Raiders showed last week in the preseason opener that they have a lot to clean up, especially blocking and tackling. We won't find out about the tackling until Saturday, but they worked on other things, and as of right now, it looks like they've gotten much better on offense. One of the areas the Raiders didn't look very good in last week's preseason game was the offensive line. The blocking wasn't that good in the running game or the passing game. Today was a really good day for the Raider offensive line, though, as they made the big jump from where it was last week, running and passing. Starting quarterback Geno Smith wasn't in the game very long, but the starting offensive line was, and they let backup quarterback Aiden O'Connell get harassed and chased around. That played right into O'Connell's weakness against pressure, and he had a bad night. The offensive line was just as bad run blocking that day too. They certainly didn't create a ton of room to run that night, so the running game stalled. It wasn't a good look for the Raiders' starting offensive line to struggle with the Seattle Seahawks' second-team defense. I'm not going to lie, I was a little concerned, but things were a lot better today. The Raider offensive line was solid in pass protection and physical in the running game. It was the kind of showing that the offensive line needs to show again in the game Saturday and beyond. This unit's going to have a lot to do with how well the Raiders are going to do this year. As you know, the Raiders have a lot of weapons on offense and Smith to distribute the ball to them. In order for that to work out, the offensive line has to do their job, and again, they did that today. Smith had solid pass protection, so he was his usual pinpoint accurate self. He darn near completed everything in the short to intermediate area, where receiver Jacoby Myers and tight end Brock Bowers did most of the heavy lifting. He found tight end Brock Bowers in the end zone for a touchdown too. It took some time, but Smith did actually get this deep ball going. He eventually connected with speedsters Trey Tucker and Dante Thornton deep. Speaking of Thornton, he had his welcome to the NFL moment today. He went across the middle, got hit hard by someone from the 49ers secondary and had to leave practice. Oh yeah, and the Raiders' first round pick got in on the action. Ashton Jeanty ran the ball very well today with his slashing style. I can't wait to see that kid. There were 2 runs that he broke for big ones today. The offensive line just has to keep up their end of the bargain, and Jeanty will definitely do the rest. Smith came to the podium today, and he seemed pretty happy about how he and the offense did. He was asked about his response as a leader, coming back after things didn't start out so well.
For sure. There's going to be ups and downs in this game. You're never going to be perfect. We strive for perfection, but we're all human. And so, the main thing whenever a guy makes a mistake or, anything happens out there that we don't want to happen, it's about, showing that we have each other's back. And so whenever you can go up to a guy and pat him on the back or, give him a word of encouragement, that's what we're here for. And they do it for me as well. So it's not just a one-way street, it's a two-way street. And, I just want to continue to breathe life into my guys because we got some really, really good players and they work extremely hard. So when they mess up, it's okay, move on to the next play and keep going.
How good was it? Then he was asked about throwing those touchdown passes after the slow start.
Man, it's great to score touchdowns, right? We want to score touchdowns, and I think obviously, there's some things that we can improve on. There's a lot of things that we left out there, things that we have to get better at. But overall, man, I thought I was very pleased with how we competed today, and I thought, like you said, man, we hit some long touchdowns, and we got some plays, on their guys. We were all competing, and it felt really good to see that.
He was asked about his weapons and the big play potential in this offense.
We want to strike. We want to be able to have a big play offense, and we have the weapons to do so. But it's about, like you said, taking what the defense gives me, understanding situations. Every time isn't a chance to go for the long ball. There's situations in the game where you got to just manage the game and check it down if you need to. But when we can strike and we can put points on the board, no matter if it's a 10-play drive or a 1-play drive, it's about getting points on the board. And I'm going to, push the envelope as much as I can. If they want to come up and give us, deep shots, we got the guys that'll run past them, and so we just got to make the right reads, make the right plays, and when we play right, we're a really good team.
Oh yeah, and he felt good about his protection.
Gotta watch the film. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things that we can improve on, but I felt really good back there. I felt like I had, a lot of time to go through my reads and was getting to the backside on some reads and even getting to like the 4th and 5th, option on some things. So I thought they did a great job. Always tough when you got to compete against another opponent, especially in this heat. But I thought we came out, we competed, and overall we got better.
Bosa may have been out, but it was still the big bad 49er defense. Smith talked about what it was like getting that kind of work in practice.
It's super beneficial, man. I'm so happy we did that, and big shout out to the 49ers for coming out. You know, it's hot, and they had to travel, and it's not easy on those guys. But I love the way, you know, Fred and those guys compete. He's one of the top linebackers in the game, so going head to get head against him, you know, I've been doing that for the last couple of years. But I feel like it always makes you better, and so for us to see a different opponent, you know, some guys who haven't, you know, seen our offense for, you know, 8 or 9 weeks, you know, just to see how we look against those guys, I thought we did some things really well, but also we can get a lot better as well.
He was asked about having Myers in the short to intermediate area with Thornton and Tucker going deep.
Yeah, I think it all works together. We want to make sure that all of our entire offense has to work together. And so, yeah, I mean, we've hit on some deep balls. We've also missed on some that I thought we should have had, but those are things that we can improve on. And then, you know, for me, it's always about being efficient. You want to be efficient. I want to be a high completion percentage guy. I want to make sure that we're efficient on third downs and in the red zone, scoring touchdowns. So we got to make the right plays, and we got to take what they give us, but we also got to push it. And so I think we're doing a good job at that, but long ways to go. We got to keep getting better.
Of course, he's happy to have all his weapons, but this time he was asked about tight end Brock Bowers.
Yeah, all these guys, man. Like Brock's you know, the thing about Brock, he's an extremely hard worker. You know, and when you have guys like that who are that talented, but the work ethic matched the talent, the sky's always the limit. And so I think we have a lot of guys like that. I think about Mike when I think about guys like that, Trey and Jacoby, and, you know, just really solid dudes, man, just great people, and then outstanding athletes as well. You know, yeah, thank God I'm here. I feel really good about it.
And this is what Smith had to say about Genty's growth in camp.
I think Ashton, today he made a play, I won't mention it, but like it was something we did yesterday, and he was like, we didn't really get it right, and then today he came out, we got it perfect. And I thought, like, man, we took a big jump just from yesterday to today, and to see that from a rookie player, like, he learns and he grows with every single experience, you know, I think that's something that's going to make him so much of a great player, because he's getting better by day. And so I thought Ashton did a great job, as always, but he definitely took another step and another jump today.
They say joint practices are the best thing for an NFL team in the preseason. The starters get a ton of work against an opponent they don't know and doesn't know them, while there's very little risk of injury to your quarterback, and you can go as deep into your playbook as you want to without having to worry about other teams getting intel on you. It also helps that the Raiders are getting that work with a really good team too, especially that defense, so the Raiders can see where they are on offense. It's too bad they couldn't see Bosa, but they seem to really have their blocking together now. At least better than they were against the Seahawks, and with the skill positions they have, it'll make the offense go. Thank you for watching. See you next time.